I do have to say real quick too, because I was watching this show, and both your Liam and Miles, your heads are shaved. So like seeing you with bountiful hair is kind of tripping me out a little bit. 'Cause I'm just used to the buzz cut.
I have that with him. I'm like scared to look.
I know,
over
Liam, you got such a good head of hair. I was like,
don't be afraid of hair of Liam with hair. He's not going to hurt you. I promise.
Yeah. Watching the show, I really felt like Cameron and Ray's friendship felt like really the heart of the series. I was really curious how you two built that bond on screen, especially in a setting where the military really was trying to break people down rather than build them up.
I mean, we were fortunate that we like pretty immediately got along very well. I think we have very similar senses of humor. We clock the same things. We also have like weird similarities. We both play guitar. We both like ceramics.
We're both obsessed with pottery.
Yeah, so I think that
I'm a third wheel.
and you're such a good looking one too, man.
We also had this very extreme luxury of like this being inspired by a real story of two people that were present with us on set. Like we got to have dinner with them and talk to them and ask them questions. Yeah. But at the root, I think it was just luck that we actually got along.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Yeah. I mean, I also think like a huge luxury we had was like the first things that we shot in the show were these pre-boot camp sequences of kind of the origins of their friendship in a lot of ways. I mean, it's funny, like a lot of stuff got left on the cutting room floor in that section, but that almost acted as like a bonding exercise for us. Is we got to like,
for sure,
we got to shoot a scene of us meeting for the first time and of our life outside of boot camp. So we got to kind of build those foundations early on, and then just kind of go through the process of boot camp together too, which itself was bonding.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, totally. That sounds great. And I feel like, with the Marine Corps in the 1990s being hyper masculine, and of course, at a time when being gay in the military was illegal, how did you both approach portraying the friendship, loyalty, and identity under that kind of pressure? Because I know there's a lot of teetering momentum with all that.
Yeah. Well, I would say one of the things that I love about the show and in Cameron is that his journey is really not about his sexuality. It's really just about self-growth and self-discovery. And he's able to do that because he is comfortable with himself and has someone by his side that uplifts him. And I think that for me, that sort of was my approach to the whole thing, is like, this is way more about just personal growth and self-discovery. Yeah, now I've lost track of the question.
I just was, how you friendship, loyalty, and identity in, that military Marine environment, when it's hyper masculine. So you kind of hit on it. So yeah.
Nice. Okay, good.
7 out of 10.
Yeah, don't doubt yourself. You hit on it.
Okay.
And for you, Liam, did you have anything you wanted to input on that too?
Yeah, I mean, I think a huge part of it is that Ray comes from a military family and a military background, so he's kind of steeped in these traditions of brotherhood and of like the bonds that you forge with the people around you. And I think to Ray specifically, that extends to anyone who shows him that same loyalty back, and like kind of regardless of where they come from, who they are, what sexuality they have. I think that like to him, the most important part is loyalty and about kind of given back what you get. At the same time, though, I think that the most interesting part about their friendship and relationship is the ways that, especially for Ray, even though he loves his friend dearly and he views himself as his protector, which in and of itself kind of he's not able to imagine Cameron fully at the beginning of the series. He doesn't see him, he loves him deeply, but he doesn't see the depth and strength that he contains fully. And I think a big part of the growth of their friendship and relationship, which is uncomfortable at times, I mean, like we literally fight, in the middle of the show, is Ray coming to terms with the fact that Cameron is a strong individual on his own right, and he doesn't necessarily need Ray to protect him all the time.
You kind of see that growth throughout too, and I think it's super impactful. Max, your character has to put on this mask of toughness while hiding a really very real part of himself. What was it like stepping into the role of someone who has to live behind such a facade? And how did you tap kind of into that inner conflict and present that on the screen?
Yeah, it's sort of when I was auditioning for the role, I originally just got sent the first scene where you see Sullivan, where he's just a drill instructor that's really kind of scary. And the more and more I auditioned for the role, the more and more I got drip fed the script and learned so much more about him and why he is the way he is. And I think, well, one, it's a gift to be given a part that, you know, goes through all of these different things and has such like a well-rounded backstory. But it's tough. I mean, you really feel bad for Sullivan. You know, he's lonely at the heart of it. He doesn't have anyone to turn to. His best friend's homophobic. He's only a drill instructor because he's running away from, you know, basically selling his soul to the devil, selling out his lover. He'd rather sell out his lover and keep his own front of, you know, not being gay than admit to himself. And it's just throughout the series, it's just this sort of demise of what can happen if you are, you know, hiding such a huge part of yourself.